Welcome to News Alert on Capital Television.
Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo on Monday, September 22, 2014, rounded his thank you tour at Sogakope in the Volta region ahead of the October 18 presidential primary contest of the New Patriotic Party. Addressing the delegate who voted in the August 31, 2014 Special Electoral College, which delivered an overwhelming 80.81 margin of victory for him, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo told the delegates that the country should be much better down the road than where it is today.
Generate jobs. 60 years after independence, our country should be much further down the road than what it is today. We have the power to establish a competent government with this MPP, where all the talents from all sides of our party, supporters of XYJ, all the talents from all regions of our country can be put together to form a formidable team. We did it in Kufuor's time. We're going to repeat it again. And we need to do this because our nation is desperate for change.
He, however, said he's not making these criticisms against the president, his government and the NDC, but because he is more concerned about today and the future of our country. He further stated the New Patriotic Party is ready to work as a team to win power in the 2016 general elections.
It is evident that the Omanjo Road has become a death trap to residents, vehicles plying the road and pedestrians as well. Capital TV News then tried the road to ascertain the reality of this matter and witnessed this. The deplorable state of the road causes serious damage to vehicles, with some unable to use the road anymore. Again, drivers find it more hectic and hazardous to cross the Omanjo town when it rains. The dust that emanates from the sun during dry weather is enough to cause respiratory disorders to residents. The uncompleted bridge in Omanjo was also started about 2 years ago to aid drainage, but it has rather been the cause of the erosion battling the residents when there is a heavy downpour. Sand and garbage get choked in there and cause flooding in rainy seasons. Residents noted anytime they threaten to demonstrate, trips of sand and gravels are poured on the road. Yet, no practical job has been done so far. In a bid to curtail the rising accidents in the metropolis, the station master, William Chikata, shared this with us.
Assemblyman, Assemblyman, or Tiasofa, or Assemblyman in your quine. MP inviting by. On so why na familiar. On so enough familiar. Eddie Acosta quine in your basson or Musi and Train because a quine will contract my wedding on their contract. But Omu is cano. Eddie Acco ye mutu in Omuyano. Ford will be bimu. Now, we African Bank and our this our contract. Nti say fort no omo awadi contract na so mbe fort no ntanya ade am betimi asa maske biem nti ese omo yi say ekwan we sika e de ko yes patch no nti omo say chi ombe ba echi ye throw application for demonstration e de ko regional commander ho or do ko omo guarantee my date that was last year last month 22nd but MC no e buy ebe patch or say your man sometimes now on for raise family no for hwe kwan no ba on be patchy necessary places no.
Some residents also expressed their concerns.
Special free mesando aba Omanjo hano anya some video ama ye bre papa ama panifo no assemblyman no yakon ho ye ni kasa sister o se o oni MP no unso ma ba amu ba interview enya ye kan but still ya che omu sasi kwa no sanity se nim de koso so e panifo ba so e di ajo se bia omo san ba ba kan bia kire after na omu ba
me man and painful ya flow ha mo this month ya kra ya flow omo ba se mo ko hu se de te bi gu ho a omo se yan fa sack ni yan kwasesa de te we hu amna kakaka da wo no ni en fengum ni e bi san se na MP command for na wo mo gina e wa hi o se this time omo bi nti we kra ye wo ma won botom ska no mo de na aba no onye ready so obeye kwan no nti ye adwen say ye be demonstration agesti wo e na omo ankasa akofa 2 trips bi wo mo de kogu bridge no so ho mo a be 3 days no mo level wo ma sa akofa 1 trip bi wo mo de be go say ye nja demonstration no na afi do wo mo be level ho na man
road ni de no kware so nanche ye den pa recently na ye see be demonstration no mo tie demonstration no ne so mudim rika ba ya o ma be feel friend say we na my sa bridge wo is over nearly to 2 years ni a bridge no mo eba ho omo ba ho nearly to 2 years ni ya fa bad road in society. It's about last week and last 2 weeks na ke yes demonstration na ke be ba so that was Friday Monday until Friday no na DC no eba say oba be hwe kwan no abeboa kakra ohun se de say e kosui je esra ban se omra no meboa yen se de be ya so nyamegu kwan no so kura ko ta man na se ba bi hia covet or the covet a hye ho na erosion na timi afom be na se gravels na gu so fine ama etimi use no kakra me say ye be pen sa so ye hwe nimu ana se de ye person ye no anya ma de a ene ye persuasion fail, force must be applied.
Attempts to reach the assemblyman proved futile. Meanwhile, information gathered shows that stakeholders have shown interest to help construct the road but might delay. Swan Lake is a densely populated residential area in Bubuashi, Accra, and a vibrant industrial area where domestic and commercial activities coexist in a rare and intriguing blend. Industrial areas are usually separated from residential settlements. However, over the years, Swan Lake has emerged from residential to become a hub of the printing industry in Ghana. Bookbinding has been the main occupation for natives and residents who live in the area. Binders in the area claim they learned the trade from their forefathers, and it has been their main occupation for so many years. Bookbinding in Swan Lake was a flourishing business in the past, so the youth in the area took interest in the art and transferred the skills and knowledge to other people. The producers of this service expressed their frustration to the Capital TV News. They explained that even though the business is booming, they face a serious competition with the Chinese men who supplied them with the raw materials. The Chinese men are gradually taking over their business. Some retailers and buyers now prefer buying books from these Chinese men at affordable prices and has posed a serious challenge to the indigents who are already in the business.
They're a big-time printing press, and almost starting with her. Ntiaba ne say man kwala ni hina boys na wa around no emeduma ba nke woman no bi esua ne kakran kakra ntu usua na onya sika na so watch na so yo odi kakran kakra secondary school for be your order eside bi ko kan shin so ekoton e ma store for no but much be ma me ko mu say good I anya books ko say printing I printing about magazine football program bibia kenya books ne nkwa
say teacher for no so mo tabus in school ma akwada no tower outside e say ya na be ton government no so banya in contact bi kakaka ye nte teacher for no so mo nkọ kire nkwada na dey was school so mo beton bus was school to mo ma bus eduba no say anya de bi o ye our for no mo complain say person mo ba outside abeto but teacher for no nyina mo to bus no nyina was school into ukofa load kula utimi to aka o bloody na o clap paper ni ba no onu sisi onu kasa oye into o clap paper ni na to paper na ya kasa yen ya djuma se omu man yen to ade o ko follow na hey yeselani pa o bloody no e fo ni kasa pa
light ne na boa yen sane de as esusum kakra because we be cat intimi so me de kakra na ameye no ebe inti light of ne high we krom se anwumlo medum be 3 days na fi na enya djuma ye den eye anka obi a 3-4 days be etimi 1000 to 2000 dem okay ka djuma na konanim kitimi betimi ambo because of light of ne inti no ama adjuma no nya den ti we kura yes no gidigidi na anwumlo medum no na ma adjuma no ye ni generator
okay your problems anka ni djuma won a wokra paper no e de ba won a wokra paper ne ba no ni amemi nim ni se wo won a wo fi amanfoforo e na ba Ghana na won a wokra paper ne ba na kasansu esan ye books no ti se na yen ye retain nkitinkiti won su san ye enti ye photo paper no wo won ho a price ni bo ye den yeah, no one's one aside. Into ye the come market and ye no one price in United. Into a muhaya, papa mancanambua. Not mean to me. Ye come one, ye who say 1 hour crab and Tisa Warrior is an iron ye. This is still what I see. Into ye mamba, ye, Jumana, ye, yes, one year, I pet. Inti how ye papa it is a young penny funu wo be bua ye no ma astop wo amayen say won kramra na yen koto ni yen nyaduma no ni yen fanko kan ni yen koton
so no obi ni say ye abrofo bi a omo so omo ne compete e wo ye adwuma ye mu abrofo no they have omo huge amount of money, they have machines, everything. Na the omo ni say omo ne kra pipa no eba anka ye benya esenka omo to pipa ne mai na imu ye books no koton no omo kraba esan ye book no ton at the same time na enti no ema omo price so day to day can be the price because of say omo akasa ne krenti no eba so no be compete obe be price.
However, bookbinders in Swan Lake claim the association sought for a court redress which was to no avail. They are therefore pleading with the government to intervene.
Dutch electronic giant Philips has said it is planning to split the company in two, separating its lighting business from its healthcare division. Chief Executive Frans van Houten said the move was meant to prepare the company for the next century. He expressed his appreciation for the decision and stated that both companies will be able to make the appropriate investments to boost growth and drive profitability, ultimately generating significantly more value for their customers, employees and shareholders. Philips, which began as a lighting company back in 1891, said the separation would make it easier for the lighting business to enter new market. It also said it would consider various options for alternative ownership structures for the lighting arm, meaning it could potentially be sold or listed separately on the stock market. Mr. Van Houten said separating the two divisions would cost it 50 million euros a year until 2016, but by 2016, he expected the split to save it about 300 million euros. The firm also warned that legal costs as well as softness in multiple markets means its operating profit for the second half of the year would be lower than the same period last year. Both companies will, however, continue to be based in the Netherlands and use the Philips name.
According to the military, a Palestinian man who Israel says was responsible for the kidnapping and killing of 3 Israeli teens earlier in the summer was shot and killed by the military, and another suspect was seriously wounded. The suspects opened fire on security forces, prompting the military to fire back. Tensions between Israel and Hamas rocketed in June 30 after the bodies of 3 Israeli teenagers were found in the West Bank. Reprisal attacks, rocket fire and retaliatory airstrikes followed. 7 weeks of heavy fighting ensued, with more than 2,000 Palestinians and 67 Israeli deaths. The teens, Eyal Yifrak, 19, Gilad Shar, 16, and Naftali Frankel, a 16-year-old dual U.S.-Israeli citizen, disappeared late June or early June 13 from the Jewish settlement of Gush Etzion in the West Bank. Israel blamed the disappearances and deaths on Hamas, with the Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu saying at the time that Hamas will pay. A Hamas official admitted that the act was carried out by Hamas militants and these attackers did not tell their leaders. The military confirmed on Tuesday that the 2 suspects were Hamas operatives. Hundreds of Israeli military vehicles and soldiers moved into the neighborhood north of Hebron University and surrounded a house in the early morning hours.